Hello, everyone. Sup, my lovelies? How you all doing today? Once again, welcome to Unapologetically a Woman. And if today is your first time of joining me, kindly note this is a woman's platform for changing all that is no longer acceptable. And for those that are new to this platform, just so you know, Unapologetically a Woman talk show is an affiliation of Never on My Watch Movement International. Okay? So today I want to talk about the political health of Edo State. Okay? My people. Nigeria matter sometimes dey tire person as e dey suck all the positivity wey dey person body comot, and if you no take care, you no take precaution, you fit develop vicarious trauma from wetin dey happen for Naija, wetin we dey see on social media, the way people dey behave. Especially when it gets to do with all these political harlots, vampires and bloodsuckers, all these hypocritical, avaricious politicians with their rapacious guns. But when you see the fuckery, and very high level of malfeasance, coupled with the travesty of justice wey dey unfold for Edo State politics, you no get choice but to get up and add your voice to the clamor for justice. Because in as much as you want to keep quiet, say e no concern you, all of them na the same, my dear, that warrior in you as a social justice advocate no go fit stay quiet over such magnitude of injustice wey dey go on for my state. My lovelies, those wey don die go die again. Those wey don die, they no go die again, my people. The ones living fit die anytime. So if you no won't be one of those or join the statistics, my dear, you get to stand up for something before you be next. Therefore, it is time to stand for something or be ready to fall for anything. Okay? But let me be very clear. What I'm about to say is not a matter of partisanship or party affiliation. I am not a member of any political party in Nigeria. I do not personally know or have any relationship with the others and stakeholders of Edo State politics. Okay? I am not a politician. And I do not plan to be one, as I cannot meet the atrocious or barbarous requirement to becoming one. Okay? No, not at all. Love is my religion, and I extend it to everyone and everywhere I go, regardless of race, religion, gender, ethnicity, socio-economic status, sexual orientation, sick or healthy, disabled or able-bodied, you name it. I give love to all I come across. And my political affiliation is good governance. Good governance. And as Aisha Yusuf once said, I look forward to a Nigeria where the child of a nobody can become somebody without knowing anybody. And I will add to that quote that I look forward to a Nigeria where women with the right credentials, experience and expertise will not have to fuck their way to getting their dream job, and their body will not have to be an alternative for a resume or curriculum vitae, but will be based on meritocracy. I look forward to a Nigeria where citizens' lives are protected and basic amenities like education, healthcare, housing, clean drinking water, and electricity are provided for every person and declared a human rights. And I also look forward to a Nigeria where childbirth is no longer a death sentence, and where children's rights are taken into consideration, and where malnutrition and hunger will no longer be the major cause of child mortality, and where kleptocratic politicians get fat on stolen national patrimony. I look forward to a Nigeria where stark illiterates with no idea of what they are doing are made laws over those with the right credentials to rule. Now, let me tell you, I am so freaking tired of hearing miscreants, nonentities, and scalawags come with the same expired arguments that if not for them, Godwin Obaseki would not have been governor. My dear, that is old news. Very old news. Okay? People, they come out to recognize, say they trade with the lives and votes of Edo citizens in the 2016 election, and they robbed an eligible winner of his rightful win by handing it over to another person. And you all still do not see anything wrong with that open claim? Lawlessness of the highest order is unfolding as Edo State is about to retrograde back into gigantic lawlessness. Oh yes. Excuse me. Excuse me. Nobody is seeing a problem with such open display of lawlessness and confessions. My people, na di wuru wuru anyhowness, and I fit do everything and anything with impunity. That be the problem wey we get for Nigeria today. So not be say somebody know say him commit crime, him commit something against the law, but he get the audacity, the impetus and little shame to come out to accept to wetin he do when that thing supposed to be national crime, punishable by jail sen ten ce. No, they no care. My people, again, na the wuru anyhowness, and I fit do everything and anything with impunity, na be the problem wey we get for Nigeria today, whereby university graduates dey become political thugs for clueless morons and illiterate politicians with foolishness in high places. This act of handpicking people for position no go ever give chance to our youths or poor man pikin with the right portfolio to contest for political position, talk less of winning. Oh yes, person go thief for state level for 8 years, and when he wan leave, he go put a godson or daughter, he go put a godson or a goddaughter for that same position wey he go dey report dividends to around 24/7 while in dey federal level to continue the chain of one circle of leadership of godfathers to godson in a country of more than 200 million people, and wey be say 60 to 70% are youth who are now denied the opportunity to take on leadership roles. That chain, that one circle chain of godfathers to godson. So political position na hereditary, from father to son for one family, political family. So people with merit, they no go fit come in as far as they don't know anybody, as far as not be godfather, godmother put them there. So na that kind political structure na we go continue to dey keep for that country. Now we go continue to dey keep where certain people na dem fit nominate who go rule, not be who merit am, and yet we dey wonder why things no dey change for that damn place. 2007 for Edo State, Mr. Oshomole's campaign emblem was to dismantle Godfather's rhetoric of pick and divide. But when he was leaving, he allegedly picked a godson, which now automatically make him a godfather, with the hope of continuing the same system he rejected to be able to govern. And now that the supposed godson has said enough, I will not be going through that route of continuous thievery to the detriment of the Edos. All hell has gone loose with all manners of callousness and revenge, bullies, gang up, discreditations, threats, just name it. You know what? I personally still do not bloody care or give a rat's how the hell Obaseki came to power. No. Whether he was towed by a towing van and taken to Sadebe Avenue or backed or breastfed, I really do not give a fucking fuck to what agabagebe politicians what they think or say. I really don't give a bloody fuck how he got into power. The most important thing is that Obaseki has vehemently refused to uphold the status quo for the benefit of the Edos. And we, the sensible and awoken Edos in the diaspora, stand tightly with him. Oh yes, we do. It does not matter how you get to power or what you say to gain the chance to effectuate change and better the life of your fellow human being or your people. It does not matter. If Obaseki had told you all what his innermost plan was, nobody would have given him the chance or the opportunity to be governor. Because politics in Nigeria is dirty and washy-washy, where from the head to the tail of the fish is rotten, as well as the fisherman. It is all about kleptocracy and not democracy. Sometimes, people, sometimes you need to look like the devil and behave like certain individuals to get the chance to your destination, for you to be able to be who you want to be and to take control of your position and power to better the lives of people. Oh yes, every complaint I have heard people complaining about Obaseki has been based on personal issues and beef, and not about where he lacks or have come short of performance with the Edo people as governor. It is no longer of importance. Yeah? It is no longer of importance, and nobody wants to hear anymore how Obaseki was helped or what you guys did to put him there. Nobody wants to hear. It is old news. You all go get a damn life. If we have to follow your confessions about your wuru-wuru and all the abracadabra proceedings you all did, something illegal. If we have to follow the wuru-wuru confessions and all the abracadabra you guys have said you did to put Obaseki there, that means you did something illegal and you should go for jail. You should go to jail for it. Oh yes. If he is a democratic world or a democratic country like here in Canada, you will not be out of prisons for the next 20 years for everything you all publicly accepted you did, and then you are still doing and ready to do to jeopardize citizens' common interests and lives. People rule or lead in different ways, just like Obaseki. People go into power and they decide to rule or lead in different ways. Okay? The Edo masses are not in any way complaining about him, but instead, the Edo masses are showing contentment since Obaseki came to power as the governor of the state. Excuse me. My fellow Edos, do not be deceived or do not sway in your support for Obaseki, because come to think of it, life would have been very easy, or life would have been easier if Obaseki have kept quiet and danced to their tunes. This whole gra-gra you are seeing everywhere, this whole gang up and the recent travesty of justice is because Obaseki refuses to dance to their music or play along with their already established political norm and construct. Eh? They don't wrestle the man in all ways. Both seen and unseen fight. But the guy still stand grigba. The guy stand kakaraka. That's my guy. Oh yes. Obaseki go continue to stand as long as Edo people dey in back solidly without wavering. Oh yes. My lovelies. Another person too in this whole matter that is being taken for granted and that is being politically abused is Pastor Iyamu. Oh yes, I really like to talk about him. Yes, I don't know if any of you have noticed. I want to talk about his own position in this whole thing. So, sir, I really do not envy you. Right now, even with $1 billion added to your present situation, just to say the least, I do not envy you, sir. I can just only imagine what is going through your mind, how you are feeling inwardly when you are alone and left with your own conscience and God, our Creator. How do you now perceive those who surround you and who are clamoring for you to become the next governor of Edo State? Huh? I am very sure, sir, that you watch them in great despair and in shock as you shake your head day in, day out, to the unmeasurable hypocrisy, the harm and sufferings they inflicted on you in the past, all in the name of politics. I am also very sure that you are taking serious and very stringent caution to protecting yourself and your loved ones, because you do not trust any of these fellows, these sudden enemies turned friends due to barely infrastructure. Huh? I am also very sure you remember vividly all the derogatory words Oshomole used in describing you and even called you a thief, and said you are not to be trusted in any way, not to talk of with any official position. And hope you also remember how all his rapacious gongs have confessed publicly and admitted openly how they robbed you in 2016. Yes. I am just trying to fathom or imagine how you feel, sir, when is these same people who showed you so much atrociousness and they are still the same ones using you to drive the person they chose over you in 2016? I don't get it. The same people who showed you so much atrociousness are the same ones now using you to drive the same person they chose over you in 2016. I don't get it. Pastor Iyamu, with all due respect, sir, with all due respect, sir, do you think if Obaseki had upheld the status quo have danced, if Obaseki would have upheld the status quo or danced to the music of these folks, do you think they would have remembered at all? Do you think they would have remembered you? I'll take it again, sir. Pastor Ezeyamu, with all due respect, sir, do you think if Obaseki had upheld the status quo, would you have been remembered at all by these same Agabagebes? Do you see or perceive these behaviors and treatments against your humble self and against your brother, Governor Obaseki, as just? Or are you also just playing along with these dirty parts because you have no choice? Unfortunately, we are in a society where godfatherism is the order of the day. So are you just playing along with these dirty parts? Because you have no choice. And that is the only way you can get in. And then afterwards, also follow Obaseki's footsteps of Edo people first. Or how do you plan to do this, sir? I'd like to know. Because I am discombobulated. And would like to know as a human being and as a pastor with all the privilege to your title, how would you be feeling and coping in so much politics of deceit and hot, mago and travesty of justice? I am so discombobulated and would like to know, sir, how are you going to cope with this politics of deceit, mago and travesty of justice? Because from what I see afar, the journey in Edo State right now can only take two dimensions. It's either wrong or right. And in any of these ways, you still need to fight. So, are you just sucking all the years of insult, defamation of your character, accusation of theft and criminal activities, robbery of your wins and godfatherism just to get into power and then later be yourself and lead your own way, just the way Obaseki is doing it? Is that your innermost plan, sir? Or are you actually playing dirty wuru politics of upholding the status quo, promising these folks you will do all what Obaseki did not do for them? Because if not, I don't see why they are supporting you. Or by obliging to popular demand of kill and divide? Is that your promise to them? Are you obliging to the popular demand of kill and divide patrimonial wealth, politics that is embedded in kleptocracy? Or to share Edo treasury? Or take Edos back to living in fear like in the Godfather movie? Or where we all in the diaspora cannot come back home to invest in the lands of our ancestors as it was before Obaseki came to power? Is that where you want to take us to? Choosing the first option, sir, will set a good precedent that you meant good for the Edos like Governor Obaseki. But the havoc and tsunami of wickedness afterwards would be disastrous and unforgiving for your kind action. Let us not forget what Obaseki is going through now for standing tall and alone. Peradventure, if you choose the latter, to attend and grant this demagogue or this demagogue godfather and emperor with his guns what they want, then who and what will you be remembered for? It is a very crucial time in Edo politics, and this is where we need to set precedents to upcoming generations that Edo State is not owned by certain few, and that we will not be silenced or enslaved because we are free born. And according to Dr. King, I quote, "And there comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe, nor politic, nor popular, but one must take it because it is right," quote and unquote. So, Pastor Izeyamu, sir, you need to take a stand now, because in either way you go, these same people will be waiting to remind you what and what they did for you, and if not for them, you would not have been where you are, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Please put an end to people using you to fight against your brother Obaseki. You see what they did to you before. How they used Obaseki against you, and now how they are now using you against Obaseki. You need to step up to your game, sir. It happened before, like I said, but please do not let it continue. All we need is peace and unity in Edo State. And I trust in you, sir, that you will make that happen by joining hands with Obaseki to lay these demagogues of Godfather to rest. And to Mr. Oshomole, it's a pretty hot day in Toronto. And so, Mr. Oshomole, you got a lot of swag, which at your age I envy and I like. Oh yes. And what I see here, you project a friendly and happy-go-lucky attitude, which I know a lot of people love you for. And during your tenure as governor, you were highly respected. You were hallowed and talked well of. And even till now, there are folks who still cannot get enough of you. But sir, with all due respect, the recent happenings in Edo State is a mortification, just to say the least. It's disgraceful. Your open use of force and power display to allegedly perpetuate and inflict pains, discredit a sitting governor unjustly is appalling and reflect tyranny and authoritarianism, which I suggest you rectify. Why is it that the same rhetoric you fought against and that brought you to power is not the same you are using against others and allegedly making Obaseki's life and work impossible? Why, sir? From the look of things, the governor has not enjoyed his office, not even for a day, all because of you not allegedly letting him to govern his people in his own way. I do understand politics can sometimes go very dirty, but I get so flabbergasted and in total shock each time I watch your campaign videos for yourself in 2007 and then for Obaseki in 2016 to power, and then your videos against Iyamu, that same 2016. I go into shock when I watch these videos. I keep wondering, what have changed, sir? Are these folks not the same people? Has Obaseki or Pastor Iyamu changed to other persons overnight? And then, watching your 2020 campaign videos in favor of Iyamu against Governor Obaseki make me sick to my stomach and shiver in shock to what I am seeing and hearing you say. With all respect, sir, from what we are seeing from here, there is no need for me to start naming or categorizing your actions and words these past years and these past few days, so it does not look as if I am disrespecting you or I am being disrespectful. But please, I just want to kindly remind you that we are all Edos, and you are a respected Edo son and father to many. Do not let your actions make you lose that respect, all in the name of dirty politics. People watch you from afar, and the image we are seeing is poor. Governor Obaseki and Pastor Iyamu are brothers, for crying out loud. And this open display of war and hatred must be settled like civilized folks that you all are. Please, sir, I indulge you to put an end to this politics of divide and us fighting against each other to bring everyone together for the benefit of Edos. And we Edos in the diaspora can no longer keep quiet to lawlessness and politics of kill and divide to the detriment of the masses. We are done suffering. Yes, we are done suffering. Conclusively, my people, I also beg that you leave Obaseki alone. Leave him, the damn, alone to finish the good work he has already started. You have done your own, sir. Kindly face the office to which you are called in Abuja. And let Obaseki be. Let him be. I am not saying Obaseki is the savior. He's a human being. He has his pros and cons. But Obaseki is taking Edo to a better place. He has already started it. He needs more time to finish it, is all I am saying in a nutshell. That we must support him and give him a chance to make Edo a better place and a good place for Edo citizens. And to His Excellency, Governor Godwin Obaseki, I have said it before and I will say it again. Do not relent in your effort towards making Edo great and habitable for Edo people. Your Excellency, fight. Continue to fight. Fight till the last altar of your breath and until you have exhausted all the possibilities within your purview to create a precedent that good triumph over evil and bad. And that we, the Edos, we are freeborn and we reject oppression and the old way of living in fear, in panic, and horror is no longer acceptable. Your Excellency, we love you and we got you. Okay? Be strong. Victory is near. It is Aluda Continua and Victoria Asata. Okay? We love you. And to my people and the great people of Edo State, once again, I am just being apologetically a woman, and above all, an Edo sister. Okay? Always remember, this is a woman's place for changing all that is no longer acceptable. And if you are not part of the solution, you are the problem. 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4. Towagba. So people, let the exodus begin. Love you all. Mwah. Love you all, my lovelies. God bless you all. And remember, together we are stronger, and together, we shall prevail. Obaseki is going forward. It is forward ever and backward never. 4 plus 4. Ogbane, towagba, oragba, odunya. So the exodus, let it begin, my people. I'll see you all soon. Love you all and be good to yourself, okay? Peace.